Hey guys, Toby Hughes with Buckmasters, here with Dave Stuckey. When did you kill this, Dave? Last Sunday?
Sunday at 8:30 in the morning.
Really? Daylight. Tremendous deer. Look at this. Look at the palmation on that. Official points are what? 11-7. 18 pointer. Drop time was 9 and the drop was 9 7/8. 10. Give me a history on this. What is the scoop on this deer?
Well, a lot of people in Fayette County, where I hunted this deer at, was chasing this deer. I became obsessed with him 4 years ago when I found his sheds, and then the next year after that, I never even saw the deer ever. And then in the last 2 years, I always watched the deer from the road. He was on a farm that I wasn't able to hunt. I just kept my mouth shut and just watched him just like everybody else did. And then this year, I finally got permission on a farm. Well, I was hunting that farm already, but the farmer lets you hunt different sections. I finally got in the section that he was in, and I kind of honed in on him. And the last 2 weeks, I had so much. He was bedding right in front of my cameras, 6-7 hours in the day, 6-7 hours at night. I knew I was in his bedroom, so I just hunted the skirts of it. And finally, he started daylighting as it got closer to sweet November, and he was daylighting in the mornings because it's been warm. So I started hunting in the mornings, and the third morning out of that tree stand, I arrowed him.
Third morning.
Third morning.
Third.
And I didn't tell everybody, but I missed him last week in the grass when it was 49-hour winds, and I snuck up on him, and I missed him. And I got it. The Spartan actually got it. Shows everything. The arrow, you can hear it whistling where the mechanical opened up through the grass, and I was heartbroken. But he came back the next evening, so I thought my chances were still good, so I just stuck to my original game plan.
Did he know you were even there when you shot at him?
I don't think so. With the wind blowing 30-40 mile an hour, he turned around and kind of ran up and stood and just looked around and just kind of trotted away. He didn't really bolt really hard.
What the heck was that? Better move on.
Yeah, but he came right back to the same spot the next evening at 8 o'clock in the evening.
So you scouted, found his bedroom, waited till the conditions are right, and he was daylighting.
Yep. And
you capitalized on that, moved in on him, got it done.
Yep.
That is big buck basics right there. Can't do any better than that, guys. Take a lesson because this guy gets it done. This is your second 200-inch deer.
Yes, sir.
What's interesting about this buck, check this out. He's got a tine coming out of underneath his eye. This is a scoreable point, abnormal point applied to the left antler. I guess this is documented. Most times they're
like a unicorn. Yeah.
But this is coming underneath his eye. Did you see that or not?
Yeah, my taxidermy didn't really know how to detach it and put it back in there. So he just went ahead and skull capped me. He thinks he's going to just make alter the actual mount, the whole thing, so it stays into one piece.
Cut the form out and insert this.
Yep.
I'm glad he didn't cut this off because that was perfect because then I can apply this towards the score. And that's 2 4/8 right there. Awesome. You want to hear some numbers?
Sure.
What was you guys guesstimating him at?
He's so hard. Like, for me, I can't really decipher a deer with all this craziness. Like, I can do pretty good with typical. And me and the taxidermy and all the guys in our little hunting club kind of thing, you want to call it, big buck contest, we kind of just guessed him out low 200s. But there's just so much to decipher right there, and we don't know all the rules to it all. So
there's a lot of interpretation, a lot of details that are not on standard scoring like a typical time. So let's go over some numbers.
Okay.
Here, you hold that. It's yours. That is freaking heavy. All right. Right antler has 49 inches of jump, almost 50, an 1/8 inch shy of 50 inches of jump points. So the right antler is 120 5/8 inches. Left antler has 17 inches of abnormals. total on that is 93 2/8. Total inches of antler 213 7/8. Inside spread of 14 5/8. BTR score, true gross, no deductions, 228 4/8. 31.2% abnormal. They're there, pal. 228 4/8. Your second, wait a minute. Your other deer, Megalodon, was 220.
Yeah, 228 Buckmasters, 232 Ohio Big Buck. If you went by the best grossing scores, very similar,
So let's just.
but complete opposites. Like you never guess that.
Oh,
One's
yeah.
wide with tines. This one's massive and compact.
Buckmasters wise,
I think this is 2/8 bigger, but I can't remember exactly.
2/8 bigger than Megalodon?
Yes.
You're kidding me.
No.
That thing was a monster. So is this. Wow, 228 4/8 and 18 pointer. And the sheds.
Yep. I think you guys scored these up down at the house when you come. And I think you guys got 187 just on the sheds with approximate 15 to 17 inches chewed off and without a spread. This was, I believe, when he was a 4-year-old. Some of the guys that we've talked about and had history with, some guys have been really cool about it and sending me pictures and history. And one guy says he has a lot of history of this and a lot of pictures, and he was guessing him at 9.
There's a video floating around from, I guess, assuming last year.
Yes.
He was way bigger than this.
Yeah.
He had looked like more typical tines, and he had way more palmation.
He had a couple more drop tines also.
Oh, man. Everybody's seen that video in that cornfield or whatever it
Yeah.
was. That was beautiful.
This deer was no secret though. There's a lot of videos, trail camera pictures. I know there's 5 guys already that's sent me pictures since I harvested that had trail camera pictures over him over the last several years.
So that means, in all honesty, there's a lot of butthurt dudes out there. As it should be. If anybody
Yeah.
knew about this deer and was hunting it,
Maybe a couple of guys, but for the most part, I've got nothing but love off this deer.
That's great.
So it's been actually pretty thumbs up.
that's great. Everybody wants to get a deer of this caliber. This is sweet. Well, guys, keep this short and sweet. 18 pointer, 228 and 4/8. That's massive. Massive. I know right here was 7-8 inches. Toby Hughes with Buckmasters, Dave Stuckey, and another good buck.
Thanks, Toby.
You're welcome.